working this hard for a reason. Been a minute trying to make it right. Saying, baby, this is our season.
What up, though? Welcome to the Hus-Band Show podcast, where husbands band together and navigate this thing called marriage. I am your moderator, Perry.
And I'm Trouble T.
Your boy Vince.
All right. So we're here today, man. I'm so glad all of us are here. Hit that AC, bitch. Cut that off for a second. We lost our, man, I don't even want to call her a fan because I knew her in real life, but Tammy, she's like a sister to me. That's my homeboy, Gage, the house man. He's called in before.
Mm-hmm.
That's his older sister, man, and we lost her
Man.
a couple of days ago. And I mean, dude, it's so crazy because you was just literally talking to her on the phone, Troy.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yep.
And Vince.
Yep.
Yeah, she
man.
called in. She won the contest. So, yeah, I just want to give her props, man, because she always was there for us.
Yeah.
Like, she really thought we was doing some real good shit with this podcast.
Yeah, man.
So,
Man, rest well, Tammy. That's on the real,
Yeah,
man.
no
I hate to
doubt,
hear
no
that
doubt.
about her, man. It's a sad day.
yep.
No doubt.
Oh, golly. Well, I tell you, the older you get, man, the more you realize your own mortality.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so serious.
Tomorrow ain't promised to none of us, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like, for real.
That's on the real, man.
Not at all, man. Good.
What
really make
was
you-
the coach and Pops used to say all the time?
Shit, fun is for those that have some,
That's right.
and shame on one that don't.
That's right.
I
That's
ain't
You know what I'm
mad at
saying?
that, bro.
And the reason my father lived like that, man, because he thought like that same shit we just talking about. We ain't promised tomorrow, man.
No,
Yeah,
we're not,
nah.
man.
You
We're
know,
not.
he was an example of living every single day, man. My dad, he lived every day to the fullest. My daddy actually retired from his job at like 45, 46
Okay.
years old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he lived to be 73, 74 years
Yeah.
old.
So he had a
So-
good 30 years of
Yeah.
doing what the fuck he
And
And
wanted.
when
the
I
hell
tell
he
you he
wanted to
did
do.
it big time, overtime,
Mm-hmm.
like all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, it just brings you back to think, because, missing him, this is my first year being without him.
Yeah.
Make you think about that shit,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
You know.
And as a younger man, you don't think about your parents leaving. You think
Right.
they're gonna be here forever.
Right.
You
You,
know what I'm
do.
saying?
You really believe that.
Yeah,
You
like,
believe
you
you're
serious?
going to be here forever.
That's true.
You do.
You know what I mean?
Like, I mean, I know I'm 52, but bro, I do not feel like I'm 52. Now,
No.
sometimes I do.
Yeah.
Let me change that.
Yeah.
Certain days I can feel that shit, man. But as far as getting up in the morning and still doing the same shit I do and like being agile and shit like that,
Yeah.
I got some of that still.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
don't feel 50.
No, I
Right.
tell you, it's crazy. I still feel like that little 12-year-old boy on my bike, except for the fact that I don't want to ride my bike today.
Scared
You know
what's
what I
gonna
mean?
happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. I just don't feel like getting my bike out no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
still feel that way though, and I know I'm not that boy no more. But
Yeah.
mentally,
That's
I
the
am.
crazy shit your brain do to you, though. You know what I'm saying? As we age, our mind mentally, our brain definitely tell you that you're aging.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it does still give you that emotion that you had when you was a kid.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
you
That shit
still
ain't never
hold
gonna
on
go
to it.
away, man.
No, man.
That's
No.
why a lot of old folks tell you, man, you only as young or old as you feel.
As you
You
feel,
know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Because if you still got that feeling, shit, go out there and get it.
Yeah, man.
That's what
Yeah.
I tell them.
Rock with it.
I know my grandmother passed, man. My grandmother bowled. I don't think she was in actual league bowling anymore, but she was on a regular, like a seniors type deal. And she would actually help out on other teams and shit in our
Right.
family that needed her when they wanted to. But I think my grandmother did that shit, man, till she was well into her late 70s,
Okay.
early 80s. She literally,
Ain't no small thing.
yeah, she was still swinging the bowling ball. man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
And then when she stopped swinging the bowling ball, she jumped into the bingo. Because she was so competitive, she had to have something. And she did that. She passed away in her 90s. So she did that shit, man, all the way up until close to 90.
Yeah,
when they
right.
took her driving, I'll never forget my auntie. I ain't gonna say my auntie, but when the family decided, it was time for her to stop driving because she was having little accidents and shit. So it was time for her to actually stop being able to drive. That ultimately led her to
Yeah.
her to leaving.
Yeah.
So that brings another question. Do you think you gonna get to the point where your kids have to intervene, like to tell you that pops, it's time to stop driving? You think you're gonna get to that point?
It just depends, man. I mean, if I get old enough to where I'm nutting up, then shit.
What I'm saying though is, are you gonna accept that shit?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't think I will fight anything because as we get older, you start to realize, we ain't as sharp. We don't do shit as we used to. And sometimes somebody outside looking in, telling your ass, "Hey, man,
chill out with that."
Yeah, you might want to listen sometimes.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, the other side of that could be just your last time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
And
I think
I don't know
that.
if I'm, man. I don't know if I'm be able to handle that.
I don't either, man.
I don't know if that's gonna work good for me, man, because I don't even like Monique correcting me while I'm driving
Hell
now.
no.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
So,
Hell no.
oh my god.
Tiff will say something now, and I'd be like, you know what? I do this shit professionally, right? I do this every day. So, I might hit a little rumble strip every now and then, but I guarantee you I ain't taking this bitch off the road. I'll tell you a funny story, though. I had a homeboy who said they used to take family trips out to Texas, and their granddad used to drive. He said he remember one time, like the last time they went as a kid, when he was a kid. He said he can remember waking up seeing, damn, everybody in the car asleep, including granddaddy.
Yeah, this nigga driving.
Hey, he driving. God. Oh my god.
Everybody.
Yeah, I don't know about that. God.
So I don't know, man. I think I'll hand my kids the keys, honestly.
Yeah.
When I get to
Because
that
where you
point-
got to go anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really. And
You know what
I
I'm
want to
saying?
be set up where I ain't got to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's why I'm feeling those what they call them, the golf club neighborhoods, the
man.
golf cart neighborhoods or
That's
whatever.
about to be our ass.
Yeah, yeah.
Real shit.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
my dad
man.
was a truck driver, man. So we drove when we was young. All our vacations was in the car, man. We didn't fly to the shit,
Yeah.
Right.
and that meant California. From Detroit to California, that shit used
hump.
to take like 3-4 days, man.
That's a hump.
Yeah, that's a long haul.
And we used to do it. He'll be driving his ass off the whole entire way, man. My mama might, jump in here and there,
Yeah.
couple here, hours, little bullshit. But he road dog that shit.
God damn, that's a long way. Shout out Eisenhower for coming up with the interstate.
Hey, man.
Yeah, man.
It was for war. but-
Actually, shout out Hitler.
Well, I mean,
You know what I mean?
If you talking about I was talking about for the U.S., but if
but
you're
he's-
talking about the
Right. The actual.
yeah.
Creation.
Well, no, I don't want to say
Creation.
shout out.
Not shout out. Well, kudos to somebody on his
Oh.
team. Because I'm sure it wasn't his
Yeah,
idea.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
hell no.
But yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, we just want to take that little time right there, man, to pay homage to Tammy, our number one supporter. Man.
Number one.
She was right there every day.
Yeah,
every
man.
day. Every
She
time we
always
put an
had some
episode
funny
out, she
stuff
was
to
saying
tell us.
something.
Yeah.
You know, she would make comments and
Always
different stuff,
comment.
man.
Always
Yeah,
comment.
man. And always positive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, man.
So we appreciate that, Tammy. Rest easy, sis. Rest easy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, man. We're going to go ahead and tackle this thing because I see the internet and the sports world is a buzz.
Bronny.
They mad about Bronny. I
Some
don't know
damn
why.
Fools. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's what me and Vince was talking about that before you got here.
Yeah.
And he was saying why he felt his way. I'll let him tell his, but I don't get it. It's just one kid. So, that's one spot.
Man,
Whether he plays or not. Now, I'm going to kick it to you, but I'm just saying, so I don't understand you being mad about a man helping his son become something. I don't give a fuck if it's me. Maybe it's the money, and people are jealous about the money.
it ain't no money.
You can't tell people that, though.
Yeah.
He's a second round pick.
Right.
You and I know this, but they thinking long term. He already got money. He comes from money. But that's
So he ain't
just my
supposed to hoop.
thoughts. Yeah. So you go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, so I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Anybody hating on LeBron James Jr., you an asshole. Flat out.
I rock with it.
And if your ass got kids, and if you was in a position where you could do something similar, shame on you if you don't.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Let's
got
start with that. Now, let's just get to the young man himself as an athlete. Outside of being LeBron James Jr., right? In which I wish they would have actually announced when they drafted him by his real name. But I understand why he separated that from his dad.
Yeah.
Right? Bronny wants to be his own man. And the whole angle of the Lakers drafting him, first off, that's the first time in history that we're gonna get an opportunity to see this.
Right.
Because we still talking about a dude who's not only arguably the best player on the planet, right? But been the best player on the planet long enough for his son to now become one of the best players in the world, right? Because in NBA, we all know, got the best players in the world, right? Okay, so his son has an opportunity to become one of the best players in the world as well, while he's still doing it.
Yeah.
Can't nobody else say that shit.
That's true. That's true.
Right? We're talking about a man who's going to come out next season and still be one of the best players in the NBA next season.
Still balling, at a high level.
At a high level.
Can't nobody say that shit.
Yeah.
That's true. Magic Johnson damn sure can't. But
You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody say that. Can't nobody say that they had a chance to do no shit like LeBron James.
First time ever, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And, hey, I'm hyped for him. I'm a team LeBron James Jr.
Me too, man.
Bronny.
Senior and junior. I'm down with
And
it.
even if he gets put, here's the best part about the shit. This is why it's also so smart. If the Lakers decide to push him down, and probably they might, he's a second round pick, he might go down to the D League.
Right.
The D League share the same facility as the Lakers. So the D League team is still around. He still have an opportunity to have a teammate that can, because that's the other thing about being a rookie in any sport. You got to lean on those older guys to help build and teach you shit.
Yeah.
He got his daddy, who's arguably one of the best in the ever right?
Ever do it.
That can be in practice with him.
True.
And it ain't about him teaching him or coaching him in practice. It's him being able to see with his own eyes. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing my daddy go full speed, winning all these damn sprints. Right? Man, it's a blessing.
It is.
And it's shame on anybody who think elsewhere. You know what I'm saying?
The only issue I can find with it is my concern for his mental. Because if he don't live up to that shit, you know the internet is ruthless. You know how fans are. It's gonna fucking bounce right back on his head. Like, you're not your father, or you know what I'm saying? You miss a shot, or you any little thing. So I'm hoping he mentally prepared for what's to come. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If he can't live up to that shit, or if he do, maybe he'll exceed his father. Who knows?
I don't know, man. I don't think he really got the pressure of living up to his daddy. Really? I don't think he got that pressure.
You don't think so?
I mean, no. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because we had so many people talk about the fact that he only scored 3-4 points a game in college, and he only did this, and he only did that. So he only got the worst of him we saw. Yeah. According to all these reporters and all these smart ass people who talk about him.
Yeah.
Y'all done told us how he ain't shit. So now anything he do is better than ain't shit. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, man, I really think he's gonna be a real good role player.
Okay.
I think he's learned the basketball game to be able to understand how to be a B and a C in that relationship. He ain't got to be the A player.
Gotcha.
He grew up under the A player.
Yeah.
He ain't doing this shit because he want $100 million.
Right.
Don't give a fuck about that.
Don't even need it.
He happy to be playing for a couple $1 million.
Yeah.
That's where I think we're gonna get the best part of the game. Because he one of them dudes is gonna be on the court that actually love that shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Most of them dudes out there to get that check.
Yeah.
Ain't there one of them dudes that got picked came up with nowhere near as much money as he did.
Nah.
Money don't mean shit to him.
Yeah.
And I hope he prove all them naysayers completely wrong. And I think he will in 3 or 4 years. We're going to look at him as just like any other legit NBA player that ain't a star on their team, but they can't win without him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to be the star, but you can go get us 4 or 5 rebounds, 3 or 4 assists, 7, 8 points. Shit, it's a gang of dudes in the NBA on the bench right now doing that shit.
Doing the same thing.
For winning
Getting the checks. Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Shit, every sport, if we just being honest, you know what I'm saying? Playing their role.
Yeah.
You're right.
And
ain't nobody saying
LeBron
nothing.
James' son, you know
ain't
what I'm
nobody saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? They ain't need a thing.
The NBA is one of those sports where you can kind of hide on that bench too. You know what I mean? For a long time. Because didn't Robert Parrish get a ring with the Bulls? Wasn't he on that
Big
roster?
Chief from Boston?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
He was on somebody's roster and he got another damn ring, I think, at the end of his career. Or maybe I'm thinking about somebody else.
Yeah, you might be. I think he retired as a Boston Celtic. I don't know for sure though. We might have to go look at that.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right,
thinking about somebody. I know somebody who hid on the bench.
It's a lot, though.
Yeah.
But see, the other thing that's smart, man, Rich Paul was smart enough to make sure that Bronny was put in a good situation all together, right?
Okay.
So he's also getting a 4-year, the max 4-year contract as a second rounder.
Gotcha.
Right, so he gonna get a 4-year guaranteed deal. It ain't no whole gang of money in it, because it's gonna be incentives and shit. But the reality is he gonna be under contract for 4 years.
Okay.
That's much better than him playing in college or anywhere else because you get a chance to go to practice and compete against the best in the world.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, they gonna have to pay him.
Yeah.
But again, he's not no $100 million cat, right? But he's under contract for 4 years. The pressure of worrying about am I good enough or can I live up and all that shit, they giving him time to play.
To develop, yeah.
Man, I think the shit gonna turn out all right.
Yeah,
for him.
I hope so, man. So does this put the greatest to ever play the game rivalry to bed? LeBron James has done way more than Michael Jordan has.
Well,
Historically.
Well.
Y'all just talking about the game.
I'm talking about how long LeBron been playing.
I'm talking about the whole. I'm talking about all encompassing. That's how I look at the shit.
Yeah.
I just don't want to judge you on the court, like you're off the court personality and the shit you did out here and the impact.
Well, so overall, like on the street level, you know what I mean, in the community, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I have heard stories about how Michael Jordan was pressured not to be that community activist. You understand what I'm saying? If he wanted his shit pushed to that level. And he took that route. And I can't be mad at him. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't supposed to be a leader in the community as well as he did his job though, and he was the fucking best to do the shit.
Now I will say when it comes down to actual players, I'm gonna still slide with Mike.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
me
think
too.
he's a better player.
Me too.
Now, overall, LeBron's longevity, all the things that he's impacted. Yeah, he you got a point, right? If you look at all those other things that come with it, he up there. But when it comes down to just the actual ball playing aspect of it, I got to roll with Mike. Because he just was a better
and I'm
player.
looking. Robert Parrish did play for the Bulls, 96, 97.
Damn, okay, so
And
he
he
got a ring.
He got a ring with them too.
Yeah.
Hey, that shout out my boy Steve Smith. Steve Smith, he got him some too now.
Yeah.
He got him some. Not that he wasn't an impact player, but I'm saying as he got later, he got
Nah,
what?
but you know what's crazy?
Two with the Heat, I think.
But here's what's crazy. You just brought back and said you basically compared him to Bronny.
Basically.
Steve was a first round pick.
Yes, he
Yeah,
was.
he was.
Yes,
Right?
he was.
He was a franchise
Yes,
pick,
he was.
right? And he accepted the role of being a B and a C player,
And got what he
and
needed.
he was a franchise guy.
He was.
You're right.
He was.
That's a good one right there. You're right.
So Bronny coming in as a backup singer, disco dancer behind the scenes from day one.
Yeah.
So anytime he get a little bit of spotlight, it's only up.
You're right. Hey, and shout out Steve Smith. Hey, man, you right up the road up here. I don't want to say where you at. Come on over here and holler at us. But any damn way.
You owe me that anyway.
Yeah,
All them
you know what I'm
fucking
saying,
tickets I
bro.
bought to them Hawks games.
Man, not only that, nigga, how many times I
Shit.
let you get in the movies for free?
Right.
When I worked at the Abbey. Don't forget that shit, Steve.
Right.
But yeah,
right.
man.
That's how niggas do it. Boy.
I'm trying to tell you. Hey, Steve Smith was the only athlete my sister ever put on her wall.
Really?
Like, she was in love with that dude, man. She was in love with Steve
And he
Smith.
married Joe Dumars'
niece.
I didn't know that.
I think it was his niece. Yeah.
niece.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It was his niece.
Yep.
I didn't know that at all.
All right. So, all right. We're going to get into it then. So, this is a hypothetical.
Hypothetical.
Podcast takes off. This shit going crazy. It's going so crazy. You got a portion to run. You got a portion to run. I
Okay.
got a portion to run. Right? Shit going crazy. Do you bring your kids in and help set up the network? Or do you keep them?
If there's some added value, hell yeah.
And if they show a desire to
Yeah.
be a part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I'm saying, so you know how we've been doing this shit, but I'm saying it goes to where it needs to go, and everybody got their own shit going on.
Yeah.
You gonna reach back and be like, come on, because nobody be posting our shit.
Well, I try that now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hold you up. I try and get my kids to repost and all our shit, up front.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking the questions.
yeah, man.
That's why I'm asking that hypothetical.
I feel you. And you know what's crazy? If I dye my beard black and put me on, get one of them spray-ons, I think my son could fill in for me now. I can just slide out of the way, and motherfuckers will never know.
Oh shit! They say goddamn artists be doing that shit at concerts, having motherfuckers lookalikes come out and do the fucking show, and they don't even be there. I've heard that shit.
I heard that shit too. I heard that shit too.
Like that. I'm the promoter. Hell, fuck no.
All right, I want to touch on this one right quick before we get out of here. Check this out.
Mothers are too in love with their sons. There is a time where they should be in their sons' lives. They have to deal with feeding them and making sure that they're well and they understand life at the young stage. But there comes a point in a boy's life where he needs a man, and it might not be his father. It should be an uncle. It should be a grandfather. It should be a cousin. It should be a nephew. But he has to have a male in his life that can be an example. You have to lead by example. He cannot go into the world watching what his mother does all day long, or his grandmother. And unfortunately, that's where our young males are. And if you watch what's happening when you look at videos or when you look at young men now, they have a certain emotional discord about themselves. Rather than looking rationally at a situation, rather handle it from the emotional standpoint. And that can get you into trouble. Mothers are too in love with their sons.
Oh man.
So I believe a lot of that shit he just said.
Yeah, because it was a guy. I saw something else. I can't find it now. He was saying that he had went and picked his son up. You know, him and the mother, they are co-parenting. Ain't none of that baby mama drama bullshit. Young black couple. And he was like, "But when I went and got him last weekend, he got out the shower. He said he had the towel around him." And it was all the way up here.
Hell no.
It wasn't around his waist. So he was like, he said he had to have a conversation with the mother. You know, like, you got to catch little stuff like that if I don't see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And correct it before we. So I'm just.
How old is the little dude?
He said it was a little dude, man. He didn't really say that.
That's all he's seen. So you really can't.
Oh, I got a story about that shit too, because I'll never forget being in boot camp, and you can tell when a motherfucker raised by women and shit. This cat in there at the urinal with his pants at his ankles.
At his fucking
As
ankles.
A grown ass man?
I've seen that.
He was what? We was 18, 19, but still.
Yeah, you still pissing with your pants all
right.
around at your fucking ankles.
Damn.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen that shit like that.
Yeah.
I can't tell you. I have been in the bathroom see those shit like that.
Oh yeah.
So y'all jive with what that brother was saying?
I'm jiving with it.
Yeah, I think I connect with the emotional part that he said, because I really think some of these young dudes, because they're being raised by women, they tap the emotional part is something that it's a learned behavior.
Right.
So they don't tackle shit head on like we did growing up, because it's different. You know, it's definitely different.
The world is different, man.
It's softer.
It's real different.
It is. It is.
And it's more women raising men than ever.
Yeah.
And then these men, aren't really equipped from a man's standpoint, and then they turn around and have another kid.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we getting generational.
A generational fucking...
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I mean, think about how many of these boys get killed every day in this city.
Yeah.
Based on something somebody said about them. You know what I mean? Oh, they said I'm this, or they said I'm that.
Yeah.
Now I got to face this dude.
They care that much.
Right. I'll never forget that shit. Because I was always blessed. I had uncles around. My granddad was still around. You know what I mean? I always tell my kids, my granddad taught me how to shave. You know what I mean? How to tie a tie. Shit like that. And I can remember coming home, like, one day from school, like, hot as fire, like, ready to change clothes, go back out and fight. And he like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, they said I had to, I can't remember what it was. Somebody said something. He like, so fucking what?
Yeah.
He was like, sit down and watch cartoons, fool. You gonna go out here and fight somebody because somebody said something about you? That's some girl shit. And I always stuck with me. You know what I mean? And it's just sad that these boys don't have, somebody to point that shit out to them.
And I'm not trying to raise MMA fighters either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I ain't gonna be all day teaching you how to box it. This how you shield yourself. When somebody walk up to you, you got to do it. No, I'm not raising that shit. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I'm not raising that either, man. But at the same fucking time, I'm gonna need you to check your emotions sometimes.
Right.
Because that shit makes you do that. It makes you make bad decisions.
Yeah, every time.
Big time.
You will make a real bad decision because your emotions then took over, and 10 minutes later, you like, damn, I wish I wouldn't have said that, or I wish I wouldn't have did that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, and that's the challenge for becoming a man.
Yeah.
See, the challenge in that area is you know that happened to you when you a little dude, right? And you make a mistake, and then you get a little older, and you flip out again, and you like, you know what? But that shit gets to be a little longer in between, first of all, but it's smaller, right? It's shorter amount of time. And then as you become an adult, you done thought about, you know, the shit that when you was 18, like, man, I popped off over blah, blah, blah. That shit was stupid.
Yeah.
Now the same thing
Right.
come up at 25. You like, man, I ain't about to pop off on this idiot.
Oh
this
no,
dumb
some stupid
shit.
shit. Yeah.
You move on.
Cause look at how much is involved in that shit. First of all, y'all got to get busy.
Yeah.
So y'all mixing it up. Your clothes might be fucked up. You might be on your way somewhere. You might accidentally hurt this dude fucking for real, or you know what
Assault
I'm saying,
charge,
vice versa.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
Not even assault. How many dudes waking up in prison today based on some shit they did when they were
There you go.
17?
Yeah.
In that moment,
Yep.
you know, it meant that much in that moment that you really willing to sacrifice
Yeah.
a good portion of your
Everything.
life,
Still there.
right, for that bullshit when you
Yep.
could have just walked away. So yeah, we need somebody to show us how to, because it's okay to cry, it's okay to be
Yeah, ain't shit
emotional,
wrong with that.
Yeah.
but
Damn,
you got to learn how to, you know,
You got to channel that shit.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You got to channel it. Yeah.
you got to learn how to deal with that shit, man.
Yeah.
And that's what we was kind of talking about last week, man, is because, and a lot of those young men are put in that position more because there ain't no dad in the house. So when that noise happen, your ass got to go down there and see what that's about. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So now at 15, 16 years old, I might be scared as hell, but I can't show my mama,
Exactly.
you know, or my little sister that I'm scared. So I got to go down here and face this shit,
Right.
right? And that's emotional stress.
It is.
Man.
But what it does is make them hard, and now they don't think.
Yeah.
They just react
Right. Right.
because they so worried about it, what somebody gonna think about them. Well, I got to impress this one over here. I got to make sure. So they just going head first into the shit Rambo.
Rambo. I'll never forget, man. I was about 14, 15 years old. Me and my mom were walking through the neighborhood. It was late evening, about to get dark. And we were almost home. And out of nowhere, this fucking dog come from behind his house, man. He charging. He ready to rip, you know what I mean? And I got to protect my mom.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I basically turn around. I'm standing them down. I'm facing whatever comes, it's going to come to
Yeah.
me. So he turned around and ran back once he
Okay.
realized I wasn't going
Yeah,
back
yeah.
down. My mama like, thank you, baby. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, you like
Yeah.
emotionally
Scared as
drained.
hell.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, I was scared. I was just as scared as she was, but
Yeah.
I had to protect her. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then a lot of
Yep.
times you got cases where you have women who will straight up tell you, I don't want you teaching my son shit. You know what I mean? So you got that situation to deal with too. You got boys who caught up in that shit too because she mad at the daddy or his brother's daddy or whoever the fuck.
Whoever,
you know?
yeah.
Right.
You're right. You're right.
So she don't want no advice. She don't want you saying shit to her son. So, you know, there you go.
I saw a video on the internet, man. As a dude, he's like 20. I want to say that boy was 23, but he was saying that he recently got in touch with his father, and he actually talked to him. So he hadn't seen him since he was like, I want to say 8 years old. He hadn't seen him.
Damn.
So he recently connected with him. I should have saved that damn video. I don't know why I didn't. But he said he asked, after talking to that man and finding out what was really going on, he said he had a conversation with his mother. He was like, I'll resent you for the rest of my life for what you did. You told me all these things about this man, not knowing that you wasn't letting this man come around. You made him seem like he was the worst person in the world.
Right.
And I fell for that shit.
That's sad.
Until I had the conversation with that man.
That's sad.
And he told me what was going on. He was like, I told him, he was like, that you have changed our relationship for the rest of my life.
Right.
I don't know about yours. He like, but for the rest of my life, because you deliberately kept that man away and told me all this bad shit about him.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I hope
said,
that the
damn.
young women nowadays get past that type of shit because I know that they clearly see, you know, the result of
Yeah.
your son not
It
having,
is, man.
you know, males in his life. It's a need. They gotta have.
Yeah.
Right. And at some point, in order for us to turn some of this crazy shit around, you know, they gonna have to start looking and listening, man.
You got to break them cycles,
Because you
man.
can't kill up every damn body. You know what I'm saying?
It's a million bad examples out here, and that's what we talk about. Like part of our fucking our thing, like
Yeah.
teaching you the wrong, not to do the wrong
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
that
We
did.
can tell you all the bad shit.
Right.
What we always say.
So
We can tell you how to
it's
do
a
it
million
wrong.
examples of the wrong way to do this shit.
Yeah.
And it's out there. If they pay attention to it, the blueprint is there.
Yeah, yeah.
Just getting them to pay attention though.
That's the thing.
You know,
Yeah,
because they
that's the hard
like I
part.
said, man, a lot of them got they chest poked out, just like with this Young Thug shit going on, right?
Yeah.
You know, the reality is they got a whole crew of young dudes who was doing a whole lot of crazy shit around this city, man. And the reality is they was young and didn't know.
And there's a lot of motherfuckers doing a lot of crazy shit around the city. It ain't just them. You know what I'm saying? They got the money because
well,
So
right.
so it's really like, man, they trying to make this shit out of something. It's really not. Because I know what I thought in the beginning.
Yeah, I knew. I think they're not
But now I'm like, this shit ain't really what they was they saying it
I
is.
think that
man.
shit not guilty myself too.
Yeah, this shit ain't making sense.
Yeah.
But they just killed the one boy, Woody's homeboy Tay that he was just testifying about.
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody smoked him last night.
Damn.
So it's gonna get interesting, man.
I tell you what, Woody a damn fool, ain't he?
That nigga is insane.
That boy ain't got it. He ain't rap type.
Y'all ain't been following the Young Thug trial. Google Young Thug trial Woody. And you're welcome.
Yeah.
You know what's stupid though, man? The state is so freaking stupid, man, that every single one of their witnesses they trying to put in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Why in the hell would you bring this dude as your key witness if you literally trying to turn around and lock him up?
Yeah.
So okay, yeah, he told him up front, I'm lying.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all now, I don't remember none of this shit, but y'all gonna make me say something. It's gonna be a lie.
It's gonna be a lie.
They had that conversation in the judge's office. The whole shit they
That's
trying
what
to get
got
him
old
kicked off
boy
the case
his
for.
attorney locked up.
Yeah.
That shit right there.
And you
that
know,
tell
they
you me
still
some,
denied
there's some
that
sucker shit going
Granville,
on,
man, this whole Georgia,
it's some sucker
there's
shit
some
going
shady
on,
shit
bro.
in Georgia, man. It's some real shady shit with the criminal system.
It's
here,
like they
man.
just
The
want
justice
his
system.
money. Like, we can get this nigga locked up. We can get all that money.
Yeah.
How about old girl up there in Clayton County? I think it was Clayton or Henry County. The judge who
Yes.
was taking cash, keeping all the fines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she catch.
Yeah.
That's some scandalous shit.
Yeah.
So she give you you get a speeding ticket and go to
Yeah.
court. And she say, okay, well, you know what? I don't like the blue shirt you got on, so I'm gonna fine your ass $250 right now, and I'm gonna still give you a ticket. And if you don't pay the ticket on time, I'll give you another fine on top of the ticket.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, man.
And in some kind of way, now this is, tell me if I'm wrong.
She keeping the money.
She was able to keep some money for some things. It was like some kind of stipulation, but she
Right.
was just keeping the money for everything.
She wasn't supposed to keep the money for shit. That's
I
totally illegal.
I gotta find that damn story. I know what you're talking about.
She
though.
kept all
She
the
was
fines.
getting paid, bro. Yeah, she kept everything.
So you were the one giving the fines and then keeping it.
Yeah.
And what got her busted was the dude who had the credit card.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she gonna find that was a crazy story. Y'all heard about that shit, right?
Well, he said it was fraud, right?
Yeah. So what happened
Yeah.
is his wife is from the Philippines.
Okay.
So they got married, and when she got married initially, they didn't realize when they signed the birth certificate they put her uncle's name because she was moving to the United States to live with her uncle.
Okay.
So they put his name on the birth certificate shit when they signed it to get her documents here. And when they realized that that wasn't what they were supposed to do, they went down to the state and tried to change it to her real father's name. So the judge calls them and say, okay, no problem, you need to come in. So she get there and she put her ass in jail for falsifying documents and charged them some crazy shit like $2,500 in fines.
Yeah. She was
So the husband was like, okay, I'll pay the shit.
Yeah.
So he go to the thing with a credit card. And they like, no, we don't take credit cards.
We need cash.
He had to go get cash and come back, and he get a cash to them, and he get a cash to the judge.
Wow.
And she don't give him no receipt.
Fuck.
He said she took the cash, put that shit in her purse,
That's
and
wild.
let his wife out of jail.
That's wild.
And that's why she got caught.
It's going down in A, baby.
This man, I feel sorry for somebody getting in trouble with this motherfucker.
It's
Boy.
going
It's-
down.
We got some
in
twisted
crooked ass judges, prosecutors, everybody in this bitch crooked.
It's twisted up. It went from Jim Crow, where you knew you was fucked, to where you can get some black people in place, in position
Yeah.
And they
to do the
fucking
right
worse.
thing, and they doing it worse.
Man, at least you knew what they look like.
Right.
Yeah.
At least you knew if I do this and go to jail, I'm gonna face this judge, and he liable to slam my ass up against the wall.
You knew what the enemy looked like.
Now you going there, you thinking, oh, it's gonna be cool. The prosecutor look like me. Everybody look like me.
Yeah.
I might get a fair chance.
Right.
Shit.
It's like they say, man. all skin folk ain't kinfolk.
That boy, they say it all the time. All right, look, check this out. While it's on my mind, because I will fucking forget and be out of this motherfucker. We're having an event this coming Saturday at the Gwinnett County Fairgrounds. It is called Uplift Atlanta. Mm-hmm. So the Hus-Band Show podcast will be a part of that. We got a lot of other vendors there. It's going to be stuff for the kids, family stuff. Games, prizes, stuff like that. All other kind of booths. We'll be doing interviews and giving away swag and just showing our pretty faces in the place. So if you are in the area, what time that damn thing start? Noon, I think?
I think it is noon.
I think it's noon. We will be at the Gwinnett County Fairground at the Uplift Atlanta event.
Yes, sir. Lift Up Atlanta Community Festival.
Lift Up Atlanta. Okay, all right.
July 6th, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m., $5 admission.
Pay that $5 and come on in and hang out.
Come see your boy.
It ain't gonna hurt you. It ain't gonna hurt you.
That's my pop's birthday, man. It's gonna be a good day for us.
That's gonna be a good one.
Speaking of birthdays, man, I gotta give a shout out to my son, man. Today is the 25th.
Wow.
The baby is 25.
Quarter life, baby. Quarter life.
Yeah,
yes,
man.
I
love you, 25. Boy. Happy birthday. Hope
all right, look, D, do your thing, my boy.
Yeah,
do your
man.
thing. Did you clean the whip up for him, or you just watch the door?
No, he take care of his own. I take care of my daughter's car.
Okay,
but,
okay. I was say he about to clean the whip up. You gotta get
I
in the
take care of hers, but he gotta take care of his own. I
gotta go deal with my daughter's car right now.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. You gotta go. Shit. She should be there waiting on you.
Oh, she just texted, I'm here.
Oh shit. Okay.
And so did the heat miser. That motherfucker said, I'm 99.
Oh, but once again, man, we want to say rest in peace to our favorite contributor to the Hus-Band Show podcast. One of our favorites.
Yeah,
Tammy Frank. You will be missed, sister. You will be missed. Oh, God. Yeah.
Never know, brothers. Never know.
Yeah, you don't. Well, we appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in once again. I am Perry.
And I'm Triple T.
And your boy Vince.
We out of this mother.
Peace. Y'all be easy.
Yeah, man.
Working around the clock, so I ain't never taking off. And I'm working this hard for a reason.